The story goes that when General William Tecumseh Sherman decided to burn everything between Atlanta and the Atlantic Ocean in his infamous March to the Sea, he spared one city because of its beauty. That city was Savannah, Georgia. The city has retained much of that beauty in the 154 years since that legend began, and we are here to talk about 4 reasons Savannah, Georgia should be on the top of your destination list for 2023. The city of Savannah hoards history like that friend we all have that just can't seem to let go of all their sentimental items. Every building, square, and street is dripping with it. The city does a good job of documenting and maintaining their history with very legible steel signs so that you don't necessarily need a tour guide to explore the city itself. If you wish to book a tour, though, those are available looking through every possible lens you can think of, from ghost tours to filming locations. Think Forrest Gump. We will talk about some of our favorite historical locations, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, and whatever it is you're looking for in the American history bucket, Savannah most likely has it. First on our list, Colonial Park Cemetery. This is one of our favorite parks in the city, of which there are several. Colonial Park Cemetery started out as a cemetery in 1750 when Savannah was the capital of the British province of Georgia. It served as the primary burial ground for the city for its active life of 103 years. The cemetery was closed to burials in 1853, which was 8 years prior to the start of the Civil War, meaning that there are no Confederate soldiers interred here. The city became a camp to several hundred Union soldiers during the war who sheltered inside some of the vaults and are said to have changed some of the dates on the gravestones and have defaced some of them as well. The story goes that the cemetery became a park when the residents of Savannah refused to walk around the cemetery and chose to walk through it. Those walking paths were later paved and became what the park is today. One of my favorite stories about the cemetery's occupants is that of the 2 Revolutionary War arch rivals who came to share the same grave at a point in time. Both Major General Nathaniel Greene and John Maitland were once interred in the same spot. Nathaniel Greene was moved to Johnson Square in 1901, and John Maitland was returned to his native Scotland in 1981, so they no longer occupy the same site. The Washington Guns. These are some of our favorite overlooked pieces in Savannah. Sitting quietly beneath a canopy near City Hall, these guns were captured at Yorktown and gifted by President George Washington to the Chatham Artillery. On your way to the Riverwalk, please pay your respects and read the amazing story of these artillery pieces that span the breadth of the United States itself and even before. The Georgia State Railroad Museum is an often overlooked jewel of the city. The site was constructed by the Central of Georgia Railway before the start of the Civil War and operated in some form or another until 1971, and was once one of the state's largest employers. The museum is considered the most complete antebellum railroad complex in the United States. Admission to the site is $15 for adults and $8 for children, and on certain days operates a train ride on a real locomotive. You can also view several trains from all periods of locomotive history, and the site is operated by enthusiasts who are excited to talk about the exhibits. If you are a locomotive enthusiast yourself or have children, this is a must on your visit to Savannah. The second of our 2 reasons is, of course, food. Did you think I was going to say something else? Savannah is a destination point for food, both old world and new. When you walk down the stairs and get to River Street in Savannah, you can turn to the left to go upriver, which is into the new. There's a repurposed power plant and modern shops with all the latest culinary delights available there. You can sit outside, regardless of the weather, enjoying your sushi and craft beer while shopping for the latest fashions. Or you can do like we did and take a right to go down the river into the old. This is where you'll find old world candy shops and some of the best southern cuisine available. One of our favorites was Vic's on the River. The night we attended, there was live piano music and the service was absolutely amazing. If you're looking for a more traditional Southern fare, you'll want to check out Mrs. Wilkes' Dining Room. Think okra, macaroni and cheese, creamed corn, fried okra. Need I say more? If you're looking for dessert, look no further than Leopold's Ice Cream on Brofton Street. There is normally a line, even on the coldest of days, but the ice cream is more than worth the wait, we promise. There are just a couple of places we visited, with countless others on our list the next time we return. The third reason on our list we call Choose Your Own Adventure. No, I'm not talking about the Choose Your Own Adventure books that were popular in my childhood. I'm referring to the fact that Savannah can be whatever it is you need or want it to be. It is a sleepy historic walk through time during the week and has that Bourbon Street feel at night on the weekend. Open container laws are a little different here, and you can carry your drink on the street or into a park just like in New Orleans. The nightlife here isn't what it is in New Orleans, but it is still a hopping place for live music and even dancing if that's your thing. One of the best ways to enjoy Savannah is by sipping a cocktail at the Myrtle and Rose Rooftop Garden at the Plant Riverside District and watching the large container ships go by. The fourth and final reason you will want to make Savannah a destination for yourself and family in 2023 is the same reason that General Sherman is said to have spared the city in the first place: the sheer fairy tale-like beauty of it all. We mentioned that walking through the city is like walking through time, but it's also like walking through a postcard. Savannah has 22 beautiful squares lined with ancient trees draped with Spanish moss. The city boasts some of the oldest houses in the country, some from the early to mid-1700s. More than 40% of the 2,500 buildings that make up Savannah have architectural significance, with 7 different architectural styles, including Georgian, Federal, Gothic Revival, and Greek Revival. For those of you that made it this far through the video with us, we appreciate you joining us for yet another exploration and adventure. We're going to post a couple more minutes of the beauty of Savannah for those of you that are interested. But if not, thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe.